boys, 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 buy my shirts, boys, boys. Good evening, boys. Welcome back to another episode of the Wine Boys podcast.
And here you go. We're here. We're queer. And we're buying shirts?
Shirts.
You should buy some shirts. Shirts.
Please do.
Buy them. Shirts.
Shirts. Christmas is coming. Buy my shirts. Thanksgiving's over. Buy my shirts. Did I mention we had hoodies? Stickers?
Yeah. I mean, we got all that stuff.
iPhone cases? Long sleeve shirts?
I mean, basically every single type of gift you can give during the holidays we got. Besides socks. We don't have socks.
We got it.
But who needs socks? Those are hidden under feet. We want to show everybody. Wine Boys Podcast. Check us out. Teespring.com/stores/Wine Boys. You can peep both of our Instagram pages. We have the links in our bio. Thank you to everyone that has purchased shirts thus far. We've got a young child to take care of. She's got to go to college. She's already talking, and she's like not even 2 yet. She said, like, I think it was a word, and all I know is that she's going to Duke now. So we got to figure it out, because Duke is not cheap. Out-of-state tuition, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's a Ponzi scheme, and we're going to be a part of it soon. So you got to buy this shirt.
Please do.
For the kid.
Also, shout out your socials.
Sure. Oh, I'm at the Zach Edward on Instagram and Twitter, and also Wine Boys Pod, which you will find the link to the store in that bio as well.
Okay. You can find me at Lord Gerald on the Instagrams and the Twitters.
And if you think we're being overtly salesy, it's because we are.
Yeah, buy the fucking shirts.
Listen, here's the deal.
Daddy's got a mortgage.
Here's the deal, man. Okay.
Both of us do.
We both have more. Listen, it's been a tough year for everybody. Mm-hmm. All right? But we think that we brighten your day just enough that we warrant being on your chest.
If you love the podcast.
If you love us, listen, even if you hate us, buy a shirt.
Buy 2 of them if you hate us.
Bless the haters.
Blessings.
Bless the haters.
Blessings.
And listen, Day One Boys, you know who you are. Shouts out to you.
Yep.
Boys Nation.
Under a groove.
Yep. You guys were with us when we were recording on one microphone inside of a spare bedroom next to the shower in your old apartment.
Yep.
Every time the water turned on, you would just hear that sizzle whistle in the background.
Yes.
Sounded like a hot water heater about to explode. Probably was because it was an old apartment.
Well, yeah.
Now, this is what, house number 2?
Yep.
I mean, basically...
So this is actually the 3rd time the podcast is moved.
This is the 3rd incarnation of the podcast.
Second basement.
Part 3, part trace.
Yep.
Second basement. Yeah.
And if you notice, audio quality is upgraded. Okay. The setup is upgraded.
Yeah.
Okay. We want to be able to keep this podcast free.
Yes.
And in order to do that, we need a little bit of help from the boys.
Yeah.
One t-shirt goes a long way.
It does. Believe it or not. Also, if you want to go, I hate the whole review, and subscribe, but it really does help. And I promise we will not solely go to Spotify.
No.
Not yet.
Not yet. They ain't brought the bag yet.
Listen. You'll know. If you know, you know.
Listen, boys. T-shirts, mugs, stickers, hoodies, long sleeve T-shirts. Boys, it's Christmas. Keep those torsos warm. Okay.
It's Christmas.
We love you. Hi, I'm Gerald.
And I'm Zach.
And we are the Wine Boys. Our boys.
What does a warm torso look like? Like a vest?
It's not a look. It's a feeling.
It's a vibe.
A warm torso. And yeah, I believe a vest, as a great Jim Gaffigan said.
What the fuck is a vest for? I still don't get it.
Warm in the torso, not the arms.
My arms are, what is it? My arms are scalding hot?
I think so, yeah. He said, my chest is freezing cold, but my arms are burning hot. Yeah, I think
He's so fucking silly.
the thing is, a vest is useful if you need to be able to move your arms. Like, you don't want the restriction.
The only
but you
vest
wanna
I want one of
maintain
those
heat in
Zoolander
your-
vests, like the silver one.
Yeah.
Like that's like really puffy. The one where they have the gasoline fight accident.
Yes. I want a jitterbug into my heart.
That's when they earn the exclamation point. Wham! I got to tell you, I do want to go as Wham for Halloween one year.
Okay.
And I want to dress up my cat. In,
Okay.
like, the whole outfit too. It's going to be great.
I love it.
Basically, there's two costumes that I think you and I haven't conquered yet. We need to be Hall & Oates.
Okay.
And we need to be Wham.
Which one has the mustache and the Jerry curl?
That is, I believe, John
That's
Oates. Why do I
it's
always forget the
Daryl
name?
Hall
Daryl
and John
Jones.
in John Oates.
Yep. So I think John Oates has the Jerry curl.
He has the Jerry curl and the mustache.
That's who you are.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's see. So John Oates. Let's see. Yes, that is John Oates.
Yep, John Oates.
Yep.
Yep.
So there's Johnny Boy right there.
Yes.
So I'll be
Look
Daryl.
at that Sex Panther.
Yeah, because Daryl Hall is more of a handsome blonde,
He's the one with the boyish good looks.
which is exactly what I am.
Daryl Hall
Yeah.
is the one with the boyish good looks,
here's
but John Oates is the one you want to fuck.
We need the greatest hits album cover. We need to do that. The Essential.
Yes, that is exactly it.
Yeah.
That is what we need in our lives. But without further ado, let's introduce the wine,
Yeah.
boys.
Wow,
Okay.
Look at you.
Yeah. I'm on a roll right
Hey, nice job.
now. Thank you.
Nice work.
Thank you.
Superb.
Thank you.
Flawless victory.
All right, what are we thipping on tonight? So tonight we are drinking a rosé wine made by Hayes Ranch.
Shouts out Hayes Ranch.
Hayes Ranch. What's good? There's a California rosé. Comes from the rugged lands of Shaolin.
Where the monks live?
Wu-Tang Killer Bees on a storm. All right. So it's a rosé. The bottle reads, "The Hayes family were California ranchers whose livelihood depended on the land. Hayes Ranch honors this legacy with full-flavored, delicious wines from premier California vineyards." That was the front of the bottle. On the back of the bottle just reads Hayes Ranch Rosé Wine 2019. Product of USA, been and bottled by Hayes Ranch.
That's why I bought it. You want to know why? Nope.
Livermore, California.
No pomp and
There's
circumstance.
no pomp and circumstance.
Drink
Doesn't
it.
say too much.
Yeah.
Drink
it,
it.
you'll like it.
And if you don't, fuck you.
Yeah.
But respectfully.
Respectfully.
Fuck you very much. Okay.
You know what, John? Fuck you and your wife. I'm sorry about that second part. That's always like the angry. Whenever you get a guy that is the kind of guy that doesn't swear, I don't trust that guy.
Okay.
Because the person that has to try so hard not to swear is trying to put on a facade.
Yeah.
It's like the
like
guy.
He's doing too much.
The guy at the soccer game, or like with his kid, and he's just like, "God, son of a slippy slappy, that is just awful." And he wants to yell at the ref, but he calls him like a nice guy. He's like, "You're a faithful husband."
That was a gosh darn bad call.
Gosh, I'm going to kick these balls into oblivion.
Darn it, Ricky.
Slap a ding dong.
Let's crack this bitch open.
Slap a ding dong.
The cock-a-doodie.
Why don't you take yourself and go take a hike?
He was clearly out of bounds, ref. This is malarkey.
This is Snaggledorf.
I'm cracking it open.
I am bamboozled by this Snaggledorfing call.
Ooh. All right. Smells like rosé.
Rosie.
Rosé.
I prefer to call it Rosie, like O'Donnell.
Okay.
Ooh, very pink.
Okay.
Oh,
It
hold
looks
on.
like a
Wait,
rosé.
wait.
You ready?
Wait.
You ready?
Wait. No.
No.
Wait. No. Wait.
You ready?
No,
You ready?
She wasn't ready.
Okay.
All right.
Go. Okay. Give a little splashy doodle. There we go.
We are such white dads right now. Like,
Give it a little splashy doodle.
dude, do me a favor. Can you then once your daughter gets to grade school age where she's playing like intramural soccer and all that shit, do me a favor. Wear an ascot
Okay.
and like bring martinis to the wives. Like have it in a shaker glass and just like pour it out for the wives that are there. And it's just like, how are our kids doing? And it's just like, basically I want you to look like Carlton Banks.
Oh,
and I want you
God.
to show up and I want you to pour drinks for the women. And then I want like the guy that like runs the park league to be like, hey, you can't be drinking here. It's just like, give him like a 10 and just be like, listen, we're fine.
Well, it wouldn't be. Ascot isn't the move, though.
Yeah.
I think the move is like the Brooks Brothers chinos.
Yes. Oh, so comfy.
Yeah. Brooks Brothers chinos, dress shirt.
Ooh. This actually smells really good.
It does, yeah. The white dress shirt and then the cardigan sweater tied over the shoulders. That's the move, which I don't even see people wear that anymore.
I kind of want to. I want to bring styles back. I mean,
You should.
We're revolutionary here.
You really should.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
Hey,
another quarter in the black.
cheers.
Ooh, that's very
That's actually pretty good.
yeah, really nice. Very clean.
See, here's the thing.
really,
and I gotta
really clean.
We have to have a little bit of an intervention here, okay? You've been buying some cheap wines lately, and they've been dog shit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. They've been.
I feel like you're just throwing this all at me at once.
I'm not trying. I'm coming
Jerry,
here
are
as
we
a
getting
friend.
a divorce?
I'm coming here as a friend, okay? Some of these wines lately have been dog shit, but this, I'll suck your dick.
All right.
All right?
Will you eat my scrum?
You bring another one of these in here.
You know what I'll even do is
I'm gonna push her.
I'll
I'm
even
gonna,
put little bows on my hair so it'll get away from you.
if you keep bringing the heat in like this, you can lay on your back and put your legs up by your ears, knees to ears, okay? And then I'll just munch.
I don't think I had. I don't
With
think I have the abdominal
dexterity?
strength.
No, well, I'll hold them up for you. Like I'll just kind of push them down. I'll just get in there.
Can we role play where you change my
Yeah.
dye too? Like,
Oh yeah, and then like your penis head will be laying. I'm trying to paint a visual to the boys. So Zach's gonna be on his back.
Okay.
Legs up by his head.
It's gonna look really hot.
Okay, and Zach is a very hairy young man. Also, a lot of his lineage comes from Italy and Eastern Europe. So he's a very swarthy man.
I'm a baby bear.
Yes, yeah. He's what the gays would call an otter.
Yes.
You
I
know,
still don't really
hairy.
understand it.
Okay.
It's like hairy, but also like approachable. Like,
So I guess
like
this is
very
what I
delicate
know.
features.
No, so this is what I know from the internet. All right, you have subsets of gay men. Now otters are hairy like bears, but they're not as big.
So I can't be like a baby bear?
No, you're not big enough to be a baby bear.
But my
Like-
porridge is just right.
I know. I'm sorry.
My porridge, I mean my asshole.
Honestly, to be a baby bear, you'd probably have to gain.
What kind of
about
role
100
play would that
pounds.
be? Come on over for some porridge. It's just right.
Yeah, you'd have to gain like 50 to 100 pounds to be a baby bear. You're too little.
Easy.
Do it.
Give me a
Do
winter.
it. Yeah, do it, man. Hibernate.
Give me another winter in quarantine.
Yeah, hibernate, bro.
We essentially have to.
Yeah.
With these COVID rates, we're not going to go outside until March.
Shit, yeah.
Maybe.
It's going to be a minute.
St. Patrick's Day might
Oh,
be the
yeah.
first time we go outside. From now until March 17th.
Oh, my God. We'll even miss Green Beer Sunday.
Fuck that.
Fuck. All right.
Yeah. For the uninitiated boys, that is a big drinking holiday in our parts.
Yeah.
Where they essentially take, I would say, premium light Pilsner and color it green.
Well, they don't pay us, so it rhymes with Moore's Tight.
Yeah. And also, too, it's if you want your poop to look like Play-Doh, like drink that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
my poops varied in color. Okay, so first I actually forgot because the first time I had this green dyed beer, I was pooping the next morning and I was like, "Oh my God!" And everyone was just like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "I think I have to go to the hospital." And everyone's just like, you forgot about the green beer. And I was like, oh. And then the second shit got like less and less green. Basically, it looked like Grinch shit. Like, it got done. I was like, oh my God, it is highlighter green.
I've had bluish greenish poop before.
That is.
And it was because, remember, Burger King had that promotional Whopper with the black bun. That made my doo-doo. The same thing when they did the blackjack taco at Taco Bell. It made your poop that color.
Yeah, it made it this like kind of tarry black, which usually means you have a bleeding in your intestines. So
usually, yes.
So I got a little nervous.
This means you have a kidney infection.
Yeah, I was like. I like went and I like yelled down. I was living in my fraternity house and I yelled down to one of my brothers. I was like, "Hey man," I was like, "My shit is tar black," and he's just like, "Yeah, that means you have like a lower intestinal problem." I'm like, "Oh," I said, "Is that bad?" He goes, "It's not good." And then I had a couple hours later had a very normal poop, and I was like, "All right." I said it was obviously that blackjack taco.
Probably whatever dye they used in that taco.
Okay.
But speaking of troubling colors in your stool,
can I talk about the wine? Yeah. This I got to tell you, I haven't had a rosé in a while, but I think the last time I had it, I had diarrhea. So we'll figure it out afterwards, right?
Excuse me. This is a good wine, though. I like this rosé a lot. Haze Ranch.
You
guys did your thing.
If you guys got horses on that ranch, I'd like to ride them. Mm-hmm. All right, this is Haze Ranch. It is from California. What part of California was it? Sycamore Valley or something like that?
It comes from specifically Livermore, California.
Yeah. I don't know where that is, but I will look it up.
I'm assuming it's in a valley somewhere. Maybe Napa.
There's a lot of valleys in California.
We're not California boys.
We're not. And if we were, I would be way cooler. Okay,
California boys will melt your popsicle. Oh.
It's honestly just because it's so hot there.
California boys.
All right, thanks. Thanks a lot for that.
Long, tan, thick, and ready.
All right.
Okay.
Haze Ranch. This is a 88-point wine. It is, as we were saying before, from that part of California. You're going to get taste characteristics of strawberry, raspberry, and it says ripe strawberry, which I don't know what the difference is. I guess like ripe strawberry is a little bit more effervescent.
Okay.
You're going to get citrus and grapefruit, and then you're going to get touches of apricot. Apricots for the stuffy boys. This is in the Central Coast area of California, roughly Livermore, which is it's in between San Jose and Oakland.
Okay.
So, right around that area. It's right off the 5, and you go down to the 1. I want to get to that point where I'm like so Southern California that I could just talk about all the highway systems.
Yeah, so you're going to take the 101
All right, you got to take the 110 to the 10. All right, then after the 10, once you get to Culver City, you want to go up, you want to head up to Beverly Hills. That's where you're going to bang on the 101.
You just described a 3-hour drive.
Thank you.
I really don't know, but probably.
It is, yeah. Los Angeles and Glendale, of course. Any hoodles. So, what were you talking about before? Something about otters.
Yeah. So anyway, this is a great wine.
It is good.
I gotta say that.
I gotta tell you, cheers. I mean, really,
shit.
I mean, good job. Good job, me.
Yeah, good job, you.
Good job.
Yeah. So
good job, wine.
So this wine makes me kind of think about what you were talking about earlier, where I'm a soccer dad. Mm-hmm. I go to the games. I see my kids. Hello. Enjoy some wine. I'm going to bring a bottle of wine, set up a picnic. It makes me imagine being a kept man. And speaking of kept men.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, whoa. Okay. So.
Story time.
We just read Kelly Clarkson wins primary custody in her divorce. However, her husband wants $436,000 a month in spousal support.
I was going to say, when you said $436,000, I go, man, he could ask for so much more. And you said a month. And I was like, that's about right.
Listen.
That is Kelly Clarkson money. What is that? What is that a year? I mean,
shit, that's a lot of money.
436 time, was it 436? And
Holy
12,
fuck.
Over 12 months, it's $5.2 million. Mm-hmm.
So it's, let's see.
I mean, she's got to make that. She's got to make that in 1 month.
$5 million?
Well, maybe in 6 months.
Maybe.
She has daytime. She's on daytime television now, which is kind of like a. You know,
oh yeah, they're making money, but even then,
still making money hand over fist. It's crazy to me that like Ryan Seacrest is worth as much money as he is, and he just does daytime, radio, TV. That's it. He doesn't even do American Idol anymore. Well, he does,
but he's also. I think he's executive producer, Keeping Up with the Kardashians,
which is bananas.
He has a clothing line at JCPenney. He does a lot of shit.
Oh, you mean another failing department store?
Yeah, I mean, they're all failing at this point because, you know, COVID has opened the world's eyes to a lot of this shit that we're doing. We don't really need it.
I gotta tell you, every time I walk into a liquor store now, I'm like, why the fuck am I inside this store? Because I could literally have a guy just bring it to me. I could just go online and go, hey, I want wine from here now. And they'll go, sure, 30 minutes. Perfect. Yeah, or you can go to said store and they'll just walk it out to you. I don't understand why people were so against the whole concept of just having a person walk the shit out to you. Yeah. Why did it take so long to grasp the process of curbside?
Yeah, it really did.
Like fast food chains and like giant, you know, chain restaurants. Yeah. Were like, oh, to go. What a great idea. You don't even have to go inside. You can sit your fat ass in the car and just wait. Yeah. And then halfway home, you can get hungry and eat some of them onion rings out of the bag.
Just crack into that bloomin' onion.
Question. Anytime that you order from a chain restaurant, let's just say Chili's. Chili's is the easiest one to go to. Does it make it home before you try to go in the bag?
That, yes. Yes? Because if I'm driving, it's kind of hard to, like, go into the bag. Then you got to open the container. And then you got to...
I'm a quality control kind of guy. So I crack it and look just to make sure everything's there. And leave the vent open just a little. Okay. Just a little sampler.
That might be the move. Because by the time I get... Now, typically, if I'm doing curbside takeaway, I'm an Outback Steakhouse kind of boy.
Never had Outback takeout before.
It's... I mean, none of these quick service restaurants are as good takeout. Yeah. And I think it's because of the containers they use. Like, the food gets kind of sweaty.
Styrofoam makes everything sweaty.
Yeah, well, they use plastic at Outback, but there's not enough ventilation there because they want to keep the food warm. But it gets kind of sweaty. And just not, it's just not ill. And then there's, even the salads, though, are not right.
They're supposed to be
cold. Yeah.
They're always soggy.
But it's like, how did your salad get soggy? I don't get it.
It's just a ventilation issue. Like,
I think so.
You're essentially just having condensation recirculating inside the same area. That's how I feel like whenever you get pizza or chicken wings. That's a big, if you go to a good pizza place, they should vent the chicken wings.
Better yet, put the wings in a pizza box and not a plastic container.
Perfect.
Because they can breathe.
They can breathe, and then just pile the foil on them.
Right.
Just let them melt.
Yeah, it's the humidity can escape. Like, it keeps the heat in, kind of, but the humidity can get out, so they can keep their crunch. Their crunch.
Crunchy.
Their crunch. CROON.
I had
That's crunch. Crunch.
You ever had barbecue wings?
I've had a barbecue wing.
Oh, God. I had some the other night. They were so good.
For the uninitiated boys, a barbecue wing is a sauce. Half buffalo, half barbecue.
Half barbecue, usually cut with something in the middle. Usually garlic or something.
Cocaine. Yeah.
Calgon.
Yeah. I believe it's a little benzocaine and vitamin B. Maybe a baby laxative in there.
Yeah, baby laxative. Baby aspirin, in fact. Yes. Hey, what's this stuff cut with?
So good you'll shit yourself.
It's so good you're gonna shit your pants. Did I ever tell you the story about my a buddy of mine who accidentally got coke cut with Calgon?
No. First of all, what is Calgon?
Calgon is a bathroom cleaner.
Okay.
Yeah, and it like burns the like the gunk and shit off the side of your tub.
Jesus.
Shouldn't be cutting coke with it.
I'm gonna assume it's gonna burn the gunk and shit off the side of your nose too.
Correctamundo.
Ooh, Jesus. Yeah. So he snorted it, and he was like, "Oh, it burns," thinking it's good.
Yeah.
But then it kept burning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Think of it as like, you know when you dissolve like baking soda in water or like vinegar?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
just imagine that inside your nose, but like with the strength of bathroom cleaner.
So you hear the sizzling, and you think it's your brain.
Dude, it sounds like Pop Rocks. Like just it's like a 4th of July symphony. Just pow 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 pow, but that's your cartilage, your nose exploding.
Yeah. So he thinks he's dying.
Have you ever watched somebody? No, I've had way too much expertise in this field. When you watch somebody take drugs and then slowly fade to the drug. So like certain ones, like you can see like guys that take like they mixed like uppers with downers, or if they just do like a good like it's not even good cocaine, but it's just like you can just see. Like you ever seen a guy with coke eyes? You know what I'm talking about,
little
coke eyes.
gerbil eyes.
Yeah, but like he's just everything is fast paced. I mean, obviously, but he's just like it's just the constant like alertness, looking,
Yep.
like the gerbil eyes, like just gotta get on the wheel and keep moving. There were certain guys who were like
there's two types of gerbil eyes. There's coke gerbil eyes, and then there's blackout drunk gerbil eyes.
which are you can see from a mile away because the person doesn't really articulate the difference.
Well,
between,
I should call it.
the difference between cocaine and alcohol is alcohol just dumbs you down. You're just like I don't know what's going on. I can't speak.
Well, there's gerbil eyes, which is alcohol. I shouldn't call them gerbil eyes for coke. They should be
Like rat eyes, owl eyes.
you turn into a woodpecker. You know, fast woodpeckers move.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had a buddy of mine who was like calm as can be, like seemed like a real buttoned up regular individual, and then get some coke inside of him, and he turns into a loan shark like really fast. He goes from just like buttoned up regular civilized human being to just be like, dude, I will do anything. I will suck your dick for this right now. Like it's just I don't know.
Jesus.
We all have friends like that. We all got friends like that.
We got friends. We know
Guys.
people.
Stuff, things. But anywho, so Kelly Clarkson is trying to be taken for. I mean, she's worth it. I'm thinking. I mean, I haven't seen Kelly Clarkson in a while. She's on daytime TV now.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna look up her net worth.
It's got to be. I'd say at least. I'd say 50 million.
Okay.
Wasn't she on The Voice too? No.
I think she's a judge on The Voice.
Is she? She is now, right?
Celebrity net worth. You're close. 45 million.
Okay. Yeah.
And her salary is 14 million. That's how much she makes a year.
So that's about $1.8 million a month, roughly.
Roughly, yeah.
So, I mean, she's doing fine.
She's doing more than okay.
$432K a month after
That's
taxes?
a lot of goddamn money,
gives a
though.
fuck?
But even then, so he's asking for the breakdown is
Sign that prenup, homie.
301,000 a month in spousal support, and then 135,000 in child support, even though she has full custody of the kids.
So that doesn't make any sense.
So, okay, part of
You gotta
it,
have good legal representation there.
yeah. So part of it is the way the court system works is they want the kids to have a similar lifestyle living with both parents. So it can't be a situation where you go to mom's house and she's living lavish and she drives a Rolls Royce and has this huge like fucking mansion, and then dad's living in a studio apartment and he's barely keeping his lights on.
Living in a studio apartment in Paradise City.
Yeah, like in the Rampart division. Yeah, and he's barely holding it together. Like they're eating
Dad,
cans
why are we in
of Spam.
Koreatown? I live in Koreatown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why can't we go back to mom's house? Why? Because mom's got a pool and a Rolls Royce? Yeah.
Yeah, well, mom doesn't have rats, huh?
Yeah. Those kids are so rich that their adventure for the night is trying to catch the mouse. Like they just set up a bunch of traps in the closet. It's just like we got to get that little fucker. So
Yeah.
That's hey guys, you guys want to play a fun game? It's called Catch the Mouse. It's like Mousetrap except real.
I don't want to go to dad's house. He always makes us eat noodles.
We eat so much pasta. It's just like I'll have Sven, the chef, make you guys some sandwiches to go. Sven.
Daddy gave us spaghetti
Again.
Well, how do you make the spaghetti?
Damn it, Randy! Why what the fucking
the chef
spaghetti
Sven
again?
makes excellent spaghetti. This didn't taste like that. Daddy boiled a box of pasta and then he dumped out ketchup on it and cut up hot dogs and put it on it.
He called it the daily special.
He called it sketty.
He called it sketty.
You want some sketty?
You want some sketty? The only thing that was missing from that is a piece of fried bologna.
Oh my god! Just chop it up in there.
I gotta tell
honestly,
you,
that sounds like a fucking treat,
dude. You ever had fried bologna and then put salsa on it?
Salsa on fried bologna?
Yeah, it kind of gives you like this weird. I don't know. It's just like maybe it's just like a salty sweet thing, but it's like it's really good.
Actually, let me tell you about a sandwich I used to make back in the day. Right. You take 2 pieces of white bread, toast it, all right? Fried bologna. Not bologna. It's not, when it's fried, it's not bologna anymore. It's loney.
I call it lagna.
Okay. Fried bologna. Fried bologna, okay? Some Velveeta, like a thin slice of Velveeta, melted on the top of the bologna.
Uh-oh. I smell a new Charlie Mustard's menu item.
Okay. Mayonnaise on the bread.
Oh, God.
On the top piece of bread.
Come on down to Charlie Mustard's for the new cardiac arrest.
Couple spurts of hot sauce.
Charlie Mustard's now featuring the Low Boy Special.
Loney.
It's called the Loney Boy. The Loney Boy.
The Loney Boy.
Let me get a Loney Boy with extra Velveeta. It's essentially plastic cheese and mayo.
Yeah. Let me get a Loney Boy with whiz instead of Velveeta.
An excellent choice.
Excellent. Do you know how fucking pissed off though I'd be to like go to a restaurant and pay for that?
I mean, we have the town for it. Like,
yeah,
people get angry when they like accidentally. I gotta tell you, we've been throwing up a lot of Taco Bells around our parts, like a lot, like way too many.
Throwing up Taco Bells like gang signs,
dude. We're throwing up Taco Bells like Crips and Bloods, man. Like, it's
oh my god,
every street corner. It's basically we have in New York State. There's 2 things that we have a ton of: Taco Bells and Dunkin' Donuts in particular.
Yeah, we got a lot of Dunks.
I do not like Dunkin' Donuts anymore. I used to just been like, listen, we don't have Starbucks, and then we started filtering more Starbucks into our area. Mm-hmm. So now I feel like a civilized human being. I have this. I mean, I've written this out before, but basically the way that I see it is like, I always find that like people that are an artist. Like they're a writer or they're like a professor or they have some sort of like affluent thought. They're at a cafe. They're like at a Starbucks.
Yeah.
And it's always like you walk into a Starbucks and it's a guy who's just sitting down. He's just like, I just wrote my masterpiece. And then you got a guy that walks into a Dunkin' Donuts and he's just like, he's like, I think I can masturbate here.
Yeah.
like here's the difference.
It's just a juxtaposition.
Yeah.
You got a guy
Starbucks, masterpiece. Dunkin' Donuts, masturbate.
I believe we covered this on the podcast where a Dunkin' Donuts manager dumped a pot of water on a homeless guy for sleeping in his establishment.
Yep.
Yeah, that shit doesn't happen at Starbucks.
No, they get politely asked to leave. Mm-hmm. Like, sir, you're disturbing the guests. It's just like, well, I'm sorry, your bathrooms are closed. And it's just like, well, the passcode is... Oh, don't give him the passcode. He'll fall asleep in the bathroom.
Yeah. Sir, can you please buy something?
Please just... I'll just give you an ice water.
Yeah. Buy this holiday album by John Legend, please.
Buy Michael Bublé's Christmas hits.
Yeah. Something.
That is the generic Starbucks holiday playlist. Is some variation of John Legend and Michael Bublé just like combing through one another. Yeah. What if they put out a duet album? God, every 50-year-old woman in America. Whew.
Moist.
I think it's the only thing that NBC has not put out for a special on Christmas. Coming this December, Michael Bublé, John Legend in Everyone Must Come.
Back-to-back hits, or should we say clits? Just
is your auntie in the room? Well, I suggest you get a raft.
Get a bucket and a mop.
She doesn't cook or clean. But when Michael Bublé and John Legend hit the same screen, watch out, white water rafting.
So, and then it shows Michael Bublé just standing in front of a mic. Then he like winks at the camera.
Yeah.
And then John Legend has the microphone like set up on the piano. And then he just looks up at the camera. Because you know, John Legend is so adorable. He looks like an adult toddler.
He does.
He is.
He looks like an adult toddler that gets to fuck a supermodel.
Yeah.
Like,
He is a 40-year-old, like 3-year-old. That's the only way this man can be
it's a
described.
45-year-old toddler. This is basically what it is.
Yeah, like he's gonna ask for some Cheerios.
Yeah, like if John Legend one day was just like the spokesperson for Pampers, I wouldn't be surprised.
Not at all. And then he's gonna come up with the jingle. He's gonna
like,
crawl away from the screen. Yeah. Just
hello. Is it diaper rash you're looking for?
Him, an adult. This man is an adult toddler. His skin pristine.
Well, I mean, yeah, when you bathe in money, I mean, that's pretty helpful.
Oh, absolutely. And what's his net worth at this point? Who cares?
Who gives a fuck?
You know it's high.
It's not. It's Kelly Clarkson money. It's more than Kelly Clarkson money.
Yeah. Look at that.
He's got to be worth $100 million, probably.
Kelly Clarkson?
No, Kelly Clarkson's worth 43.
You know how much he's worth? More than me.
So, I mean, that's not. I mean,
more than me.
$109 million.
Yeah, that's a little more than me. So anyway, John
just a touch.
Legend net worth. As now we're looking at $75 million.
I don't believe half those websites. I feel like he's worth more. John's smile is worth his weight in gold. Mm-hmm. Like when John Legend smiles behind the keys of a piano. Mm-hmm. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Have you? I think we've talked about this before. I have this strong urge to kill an animal, like a big one.
Okay.
And I think I want to do it at some point. But like I have a friend of mine who is planning especially because of COVID, his dad has always wanted to go elk hunting.
Okay.
And I understand that, it just depends on where you go. So he wants to go to Canada, like in Newfoundland, which apparently there's like big elk hunting up there. Mm-hmm. And he's only going to use a bow to murder an animal. It's like 5,000 pounds.
All right. First of all, it's extremely difficult to use a bow.
This is not, now mind you, this is not a skilled marksman. It's a good way to describe him. Like he's been hunting maybe 4 times.
Okay.
And he's just going with his dad because his dad is a hunter and he does hunt bigger game.
And does his dad go bow hunting?
Yes.
Okay. Then I would say, yeah, dude, like, go for it.
But when he was describing it to me, it was as if he was going on a family retreat. Mm-hmm. He's just like, yeah, we're going to set up, we're going to go to this place. It's got this like heated cabin. It's going to be me, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. And then my dad, and, it's going to be a real nice time. And I'm like, do you know how cold it gets in Newfoundland?
Super.
He's like, I really checked. And I'm like, the average temperature in Newfoundland during this time of year is 6 degrees Fahrenheit. 6
Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
That is roughly negative 15 Celsius.
6.
I believe. For the international boys.
It's not even a joke. I picked it up and I read it. I go, look, 6. He's like, I gotta get a bigger jacket.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're going to be outside the entire time.
My thought is I'd like to go in warmer months because I don't know much about big game hunting, but I do want to kill an animal.
Oh, absolutely.
Something that's not. I don't want to be like I don't want to be like fucking Jimmy John and like kill a lion. Mm-hmm. Like I want to go and just kill a big animal once.
Okay.
I don't know.
You don't want to be like the guy who killed Cecil the lion?
No, Jimmy John.
Yeah.
Listen, all that guy does is sling sandwiches and Coke. I mean, that's what he does.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
By the way...
You ever see the guy that owns Jimmy John's?
Yeah.
Kind of looks like a skinnier Louis Anderson.
He kind of does, yeah.
Yeah.
He is living fucking life, dude.
I mean, Jimmy John's sandwiches are very okay.
Oh, yeah.
Like the world's okayest sandwich.
Yeah, but they're freaky fast.
Yeah, they are fast. I mean, they are fast, but still, I mean, it's just basic-ass bread with basic-ass ingredients and some basic ass like lettuce. I mean, it just is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, fast food is really it. I mean,
Yeah.
you saw the founder, right?
I'm looking for a picture of him right now.
Jimmy John?
John's.
He looks like the kind of guy that would murder a lion.
Okay.
Like if you were to illustrate the guy that would like kill a lion at like a reservoir.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, that's him.
So much teeth. So many teeth.
Lots of dental work.
Yeah, here's a picture of him killing an elephant. Wearing a expensive watch. What is that? Let's see.
Always gets down to the watches.
That appears to be a gold Rolex Daytona. On a
That's not a cheap watch.
no, it's not a cheap watch. Yeah, want to know how much that watch cost? I can't tell what reference number it is.
$40,000 more.
Or
Or am I in the ballpark?
You might be lowballing it, friend.
Really?
Oh no, that's not the exact one, but about 36.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Gold Daytona. Yeah. It depends on the reference number because they can range. So you're looking anywhere from like 35 grand to 160, 70 grand. It depends on the reference number, which it's kind of hard to tell. But from what he's wearing in that picture, you're looking at the... Yeah, you're probably looking at like the 30,000. I mean, fuck, it's still a watch that costs more than my car. So, you know.
Yeah. And I have a full size sedan.
I do. I drive a Nissan Maxima, friend. A relatively new Nissan Maxima.
It's a large, substantially large sedan.
It's a four-door sports car, goddammit.
I love when people defend their cars. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it's like I like my car, but I think it gets to a point where it's like when you defend your vehicle too much, it's like I don't even think you like it.
Yeah.
Like, well, why do you keep defending it so much? Like, it doesn't matter if you like it. You like it. I like my car, so I mean,
Yeah, do your thing, boo.
but I'm gonna get a Tesla. I have to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to get a Tesla, bro.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, the gold Daytona is too much for me. Like
it's a lot of watch.
gold Daytona. It's too much.
It just kind of says that like my life is a lie.
Okay.
Like that's the kind of watch that I feel like I feel like the only people that really have that watch are people that like got embarrassing riches because they sold out their company.
Okay.
Or they murder lions.
Okay. Okay. See now,
Like if I listen, like one day when we both are when we have Daytona watch money, I'm gonna look at you and I'm going to not buy it, and I know you're already gonna have it. Like that's how.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna come over and you'll be like, "Look what I got!
I got a Rolex
And I'm just like,
Daytona.
"Did you kill a rhinoceros
but
too?"
here's the thing: is there are steps to get there along the way. Like first, you have to get the entry level Rolex that might be a little obscure, like this bad boy right here.
I kind of like that though.
Okay, so what I just showed Zach is the Rolex Air King. It's the Domino's Pizza edition. So
Shit, yeah.
yeah, it's from probably the early 90s. It has a Domino's Pizza logo on the dial of the watch. And this watch is a funny little story. So Domino's would gift these watches to owners of Domino's Pizza restaurants, to franchisees that hit like a certain amount in sales. Yeah, and they've been popping up on eBay.
I think I'd buy one.
I would buy one, yeah.
Low key, like Domino's Pizza.
Oh yeah. So, but there's certain watches.
That's
though,
one
that
of
I would
those like self-esteem killers where you're just kind of. It's a Saturday and you're just like, listen, like I'd like to cook, but like Domino's is gonna walk my pizza to my car for me.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I don't want to move.
All right. No. See, I could see you getting if. Let's say things take off. The boys are making some money.
Okay, wait a minute. Did you just say the words let's just say?
Okay, not even let's just say. Okay, when things take off,
This is why
the
you're
boys
fucking
are making
poor.
some money. This is why you're fucking poor. Takes off. The boys are making some monies. We're doing okay for ourselves, and we say, you know what? The first big thing we're really going to buy ourselves off of podcast money is, I would say we'd have to do it together. We'll buy watches.
Let's buy a yacht.
I'm not talking about yacht money. I'm talking about spending like $5 to $10 each on a watch. It's not a yacht.
Let's buy a yacht.
It's not a yacht.
I want to have I want to try to have like the tech company equivalent of a Big Pimpin' video.
Okay.
Like I want to watch. Like I want. So boys, go on YouTube, just search the music video for Big Pimpin'.
Okay.
And just imagine that, but like with Bill Gates.
Okay.
And how weird, but also awesome it would be.
So we're gonna lip sync the Big Pimpin' video. I just want to do the Pimp C verse.
Well, yeah, but that's an actual verse.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna lip sync it though. So you do Jay-Z, I do Pimp C. We'll have my daughter do Bun B. But you'll
okay.
Yeah, but then you got to be on the yacht though, with the bitches and like Dame Dash in the background, like spraying champagne.
Of course.
Who's gonna be your Dame Dash?
I got some candidates.
Okay, could it be your girl?
No.
All right, because we gotta. Because that's the thing is like we gotta like it's got to be a family affair.
True.
You know.
True.
Pimp C is like leaning on a car, like squeezing a big old ass.
Yeah, that's
Just,
you
you
though.
know.
I mean, that is you.
Leaning on a car, squeezing a big booty.
Well, yeah, just think about it. It's like it's your Instagram discovery, but in real life.
Yeah,
Like it's just
leaning on a Mercedes, squeezing a big booty, wearing a fur coat.
God, amazing. I'm just thinking about like my life. I'm thinking about me.
Okay.
In that scenario, I could see it.
Okay.
I think I could see us both. I think we're subtle enough that we won't do that.
Okay.
But we'll think about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we'll end up buying a movie theater size green screen, and we'll just do it.
Okay.
But it'll be on a green screen, and people will be like,
Yeah.
that video was dope," and I'll be like, "It's CGI, homie.
Thanks,
Like,
bro.
It ain't even real. That butt, that wasn't even real. The one I was squeezing, fake.
Fake.
Cartoon
Green screen.
graphics.
Yep. CGI.
Yeah.
Filmed on a soundstage.
Weird, right?
Yep.
I think I want that so much.
Okay.
To have a soundstage to the point where I'm just like, I want
Listen.
to make the Big Pimpin' video, but like more domestic and white. Is that possible?
Okay. Listen, I set a goal for myself. And I'm gonna speak it right now.
Okay, wait, no. If you speak it, it doesn't come true.
No. You got to speak things into existence.
Do you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Who told you that?
The Secret.
Who's The Secret?
You ever heard about The Secret? It was peddled by Oprah Winfrey back in 2003.
Oh, The Secret.
You got to speak shit into existence, bro. You manifest things, okay?
That's destiny. Okay,
Yeah.
I got
By my 40th birthday, I'm buying a Rolex.
you. Okay.
And that's going to be my gift to myself. Happy 40 years on the planet.
Yeah, 10 years.
Yeah.
The planet might not be here in 10 years.
It'll be here. So,
I don't
yeah.
know.
I mean, things are going to be different because it's Sister COVID, and other shit going on. But
You call it Sister Code.
Sister COVID. But, yeah, manifest. Yeah, I'm going to have a Rollie in like 10 years. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a...
Trophies.
Trophies. Yeah.
And they don't have no awards for this.
Okay. Didn't think we could do... Never hate when we circle back to Drake.
It's necessary.
Sometimes. I mean... No.
Come on.
Stop it.
Come
Stop
on.
it.
Come on.
Stop it.
Come on. Come on. Say it.
I can't
Say
deal
it.
with this woman.
Say it. Say it. Come on. Tell me you can't work in these conditions. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, I see how you are. Okay. Okay.
I've composed myself.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I've decided that it's time for us to put some guidelines in the workplace. For one, we can't have unannounced Drake lyrics just come out of nowhere. simply, I'm not finished yet. We simply cannot do it.
Okay. Okay.
So that goes in. That's
Does
in
it take you to an emotional place?
It just doesn't exist in my world. It's in a world it just simply doesn't exist.
Well, remember back when you used to call me on my cell phone?
All right, we haven't signed it yet, so
strike two.
You might as well just go ahead. Might as well go ahead and get it out of your system now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they laugh, sometimes they cry.
Baby.
All right, we're done. Okay. 3 strikes, you're out. Okay.
All right.
So that's going to be the first bylaw. The Boyz bylaws.
All right.
It's going to be Wine Boys Esquire. The first line of business, no unannounced Drake lyrics will happen anymore.
Okay.
Unless we've drank upon wine, which this evening we have, and we're starting to go into that phase where when you get slightly, you're not inebriated, but you're to that point where you're like decision making is definitely different.
You're starting to feel a little warm.
I always say like when you start drinking, like what comes into your mind is like when Taco Bell becomes like a top option, like you've definitely drank too much.
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm hungry. It's just like, what do you want to get?
God.
Taco Bell. It's like, it comes out with, there's no thought process behind it. It's just, I know what I like when I drink, and I don't care about what happens tomorrow.
I want my meat to come from a caulk gun.
I want the sour cream and the cheese to come out of some type of spackle gun.
I mean, we've discussed this on the podcast before. I've made this sound plenty of times.
Yeah, just
that's it.
It's whenever I munch down a 5-layer burrito, I'm just like, this came out of a caulk gun. Like I'm fine with it.
Seal a window. The manager used this gun earlier to seal a window in his bathroom. Just
hey Jerry, there's a crack inside of the bay window again. Don't worry, I got my sour cream caulk gun. That'll do the trick. It's just his wife will jump in the shower and she'll be like, "Is that sour cream I smell?" I had the caulk gun from work. Didn't have actual caulk in it. It's just hard.
Yeah, I didn't clean it out.
Yeah, it's just hardened sour cream.
Fun fact.
Sour cream is actually spackle.
Taco Bell's sour cream specifically can be used as joint compound.
Yeah.
It takes a little longer to dry, but it gets the job done.
Yeah. It's going to smell a little weird. You know, kind of like day old dairy.
Yeah, for 2 days, though.
Yeah.
After that goes away.
You ever smelled cottage cheese? Just like it. It's going to be fine. You're going to get through this.
It'll be all right.
Listen, spoiled milk, once the daylight hits it, it'll be fine.
Remember Flex Tape, the commercials?
Oh, I just remember Phil Swift, who is like the greatest follow on Instagram. Do you follow Phil Swift?
I do not follow Phil Swift.
I highly suggest you do.
Okay.
Basically, in between, his Instagram page is an infomercial, which I love because he doesn't lose his charm. Mm-hmm. And it's just like him talking about going on Instagram Live, and it's so weird because he's in infomercial mode. He's just like, "Hey, come closer. Going on Instagram Live in 5 minutes." And he's
Phil Swift?
Yeah.
I'm looking for him.
Phil Swift. I think it's Phil Swift TV.
Yes, I found it.
Fucking phenomenal.
Hey, I just wanted to say happy Thanksgiving to all the amazingly flextastic.
This guy's great.
Flextacular.
Yeah, and he broke a plate glass window with a sledgehammer. This guy's incredible.
You got to find the ones where he's just like sitting outside in his backyard, just like eating big shrimp and steak.
Okay.
It's just
like, yeah, I'm rich.
Yeah. I got rich on Flex Tape.
Flex Seal. Yeah, so I like to imagine that the main ingredient in Flex Seal is Taco Bell sour cream.
Could you imagine if him and the bellboy was like getting together? He was just like, "Hey, listen, I got an idea for this product. Now, basically what it is essentially I'm not going to lie, it's day old Taco Bell sour cream. We're going to put it inside of a caulk gun, and we're going to call it Flex Seal." Like,
so let me tell you a story. So
back in 76,
I had a leak back in 76. I had a leak in my basement. And low on funds at the time. Didn't have much, but what I had was a putty knife. And now I was rough on times. A Taco Bell Mexican pizza that I left sitting out on the counter for 2 days. Shooed the roaches away from it. And I looked at it and I said, what can I use to stop this leaky basement window? So, took the putty knife, scraped the sour cream off of the Mexican pizza after I opened it up. Might have been a little bit of refried beans in there as well.
Secret ingredient.
Worked beautifully.
And to think that we eat that.
Yeah.
A lot of people do.
What is this doing to our insides?
Here, I have a huge. We're opening up a whole rabbit hole here. As a devout Taco Bell enthusiast. I'm an enthusiast. Do you have any more lemonade freezies? I'm an enthusiast. It's on the new menu. I have a huge problem with Taco Bell's lack of menu now.
Okay.
The thing that fast food establishments will do is they'll do this thing where they scrub the menu for like the items that are considered to be like high margin.
Yeah.
And they just get rid of them.
But yeah.
Every fast food place does that.
Well, the idea is you want to stock especially with fast food, you want to be able to stock like the lowest number of ingredients in your restaurant as possible.
Yeah.
So if I've got 4 menu items and they all use some variation of
beef and cheese,
6 different ingredients. Perfect. Like, that's ideally you want to be able to use.
You want to cut down food costs. Yeah, it's I get it. I understand it. But then I think about it from like the monopoly standpoint. I'm like, these guys have so much money. Just give me a goddamn cheese gordita crunch meal. Why can't I have it as a fucking meal anymore?
That's why I never understood fucking Cheesecake Factory though, because the menu is the size of a phone book.
It's a Torah.
Yeah, and there's so many different unique fucking options.
I honestly think it's
menu.
a margin thing with the cheesecake because the cheesecake's so goddamn expensive. It's like $10 a slice.
Yeah,
it's good. It's big.
Delicious.
Yeah, but you go through. It's you're reading the New Testament when you go into a Cheesecake Factory and you're just combing through and you're just like, oh fuck! I'm on page 6 of 24. Like it's
Jesus.
It's like, why do you guys have so many different? Why do you guys have to be a fusion of everything?
Let's see: wine, custom cocktails, skinny menu. All right, now we're at the appetizers. Like, what the fuck, bro?
I'm
like,
6 pages into a menu and I'm only at the appetizers. You're the problem.
I need the Sparks Notes version, baby. Let's cut past the bullshit. Give me the goods.
Give me Cliff Notes.
Yeah.
Let's get to the quick parts.
Speed it up. Ooh.
Yeah. I think I don't know what we're alluding to, but all I know is that
we're on a roll.
We are. I was an honor roll student. I think that I think we're hungry. I think that's the one thing is it always seems to pop up during these times. My biggest problem with fast food is that it's easy and delicious, and they just steal the stuff.
Years off of your life?
Well, yeah, but like the soul's the colon cancer. That's going to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's inevitable.
God,
yeah.
It's the 4th leading cause of death in men.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm with it.
Fine.
It's cool.
It's fine. I just don't want it to hurt when I poop. Like, one out of every 5 poops for me are like, I have like aftershock poops, like aftershock pains after I poop. Like it's like when the earthquake hits, it's never the earthquake that's the worst. It's the aftershock. So like sometimes I have these devastating poops that it gets to the point where like after I get done, I like literally have pooped myself tired, and like my butt it just aches.
They say the aftershocks are bad because you're not expecting them.
Well,
it's kind of like
I'm
the
not-
eye of the hurricane.
Exactly. I think it's gone. It's like she's not gonna let us out.
She's not. Round 2's coming, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like being trapped in the eye of the storm came. It's terrible, and then suddenly the sun comes out. And you walk outside, and you're like, oh, it's over. I'm okay. And then suddenly
Did you ever-
the winds kick back up,
Yeah.
and then you get hit with a cow.
Did you ever? Then you get murdered by a cow.
Yep.
Did you saw the Perfect Storm, the movie?
Yes.
No, obviously they made it
Back
off
in
the
like
book.
98 or whatever.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
no, it was like George Clooney and Mock.
Yeah,
and,
Mock. Fucking Mock.
Fucking Mock. He's playing a fucking fisherman. Fucking.
He's a fucking
He's a
longshoreman.
He's a longshoreman. He's a fucking fisherman. Fucking fishing.
Fucking fish.
He's just fucking. We're going to the coral reef. It's the fucking fishes there. So he's
fucking south.
There's like that part in the movie where it's like they're going through and they have this amazing catch, and then there's like that part in the movie where like the sun peeks out for a second, and it's just like we think it's over, and then George Clooney looks at her, and looks at Mark, and he's just like, she's not gonna let us out. And that's how I feel when I take my shits.
Okay.
Like I get done, and I'm just like, I get done with my first wave, and I'm like, I think this is over. And then I think back to George Clooney when he sees like that peak of sun in the middle, at the end of the movie, and I'm just like, she's not gonna let us out.
Part 2's coming.
Yeah.
I just imagine like those hard orchestral hits that you hear overdone in every fucking like trailer for every movie nowadays.
Yeah.
The burn, the bassoon hit, or whatever fucking instrument it is.
Bassoon.
Is it it's not? Is it a trombone or is it the big fucking?
The tuba? Is that what you're
It
thinking
might
of?
be a tuba hit. It probably isn't. You know what I'm talking about?
Like every Christopher Nolan score.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Hans Zimmer.
Yeah,
he's
Hans Zimmer does that.
Yeah, every Christopher Nolan movie has two things. Has like overabundant action scenes that involve explosions, and a hard score with like baritone undertones.
Yeah.
So it's just like Batman flies into the screen. Bah! just
and then you see him
hard brassy instruments.
Yeah. Speeding through some sort of tunnel.
Some sort of tunnel on a motorbike, or
just a flash.
Or it's some sort of war scene, and like there's like just shits all over the place.
Bang!
Yeah, and it's just like I said, baritone, and then you got the strings and the violins, just and it's just action sequence, and running and floating and diving and explosion.
Yep.
It's basically a Michael Bay film, but with class.
Exactly.
Christopher Nolan is Michael Bay with an ascot.
I don't even know what that's called.
Wait a minute. Roll with me with this.
I'm Googling this now. Okay.
We just had a revelation.
Okay.
Christopher Nolan is Michael Bay
Wow.
with class. Because Michael Bay is just like, dude, I'll make Bad Boys 1, 2, 6. I don't
give a
care.
fuck, man.
As long as I can have a set piece that explodes and costs $40 million, let's do that. I want a tractor trailer to explode and then hit a tractor trailer while hitting a tractor trailer while then flying off the Golden Gate Bridge. Can we make that happen?
Let's do it.
Can we make that happen, Paramount? Can we make that happen?
Yeah.
Then you got Christopher Nolan, who's just like, I just want to see my vision come to life. Yeah,
Just like suddenly
just attractive instruments and like very like orchestral set pieces and very pretty like looking scenery, and then explosion. And then like Michael Bay is just like, nope, I want grinding metal and just like trucks smashing trucks and then smashing trucks and then killing people and then explosion.
The third act of the movie is in Hong Kong.
Let's blow it up.
Why is it in Hong Kong? Because it's the second biggest movie market in the world.
It is. That is a fact.
So we're going to put the third act of this movie in Hong Kong.
Well, we shot basically 90% of this film in Vancouver. We're going to Hong Kong. It's like, that's a
The
trip.
chase takes us to China.
The whole chase?
Yeah, it takes us to China. Okay. We're going to China, boys. Sir, there's nothing in the plot of this film that even mentions us going to China.
That needs the backdrop of Hong Kong.
Listen, all right? This movie is costing $6 trillion to make. We need funding.
I need to net this. I need to make a net on this.
I need to make some money, okay? I've wrecked 602 Chevy Camaros. General Motors is asking questions. The expensive ones, too.
I have to tell you, I just ran the numbers. Imagine being Michael Bay's accountant for a film. Okay. Michael, can you come into the trailer for a second? Sure, what's going on? Hey, that last set piece, you said you want to shoot it for the third time, right? Yeah, the first one just didn't seem right, and the second one was a little too explodey. It's like, okay, Michael, we've now gone through 27 Mack trucks, and I gotta tell you, we gotta pay for each one of those. Okay, how much does each one of them cost? $50,000, Michael.
Mack trucks?
Mack trucks.
More than that.
50. Well,
brand new?
We bought them wholesale.
Brand new. Nah, they don't sell those wholesale.
Okay,
baby.
Regardless, for the sake of the story, Michael, $100,000 a Mack truck. Okay, we've already destroyed 27 of them, and you want to do another set piece?
Yeah, $150,000 for each one. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Each.
Gotcha. All right, Michael. We don't have any more money for that.
It's gone, buddy.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Well, what do you mean? Well, the money's gone. Like like we had a budget for the film. Like when you agreed to do this film, we gave you a budget, and we said, Michael, we know you like explosions. we know you like crunching metal and explosions, and we get that that's kind of your thing. This is why you're on this film. But this is going to be upwards of 50 Mack trucks, and we've
at $150,000 each.
Literally the budget of the film. So we can't. Okay. Can we go somewhere else? I don't think I'm catching what you mean, Michael. Can we just like go to Hong Kong?
So somehow they secure funding from some Chinese billionaires. And then he's like, all right, so now we can refilm that last scene for the 6th time.
Michael,
and the accountant pulls him up.
The background literally is different. There's neon everywhere. We just shot the last one on what was supposed to be the Golden Gate Bridge. You're trying to tell me we're going to go to Hong Kong with this neon background and just make it look like San Francisco? That's exactly what I'm trying to tell you.
That's exactly what we're doing. Okay, Michael, let me explain this to you.
Yeah.
We may have the money to do this, but I am not going to advise you to do this.
Why don't you just take my salary for the film then? Michael, you're trying to tell me you're going to give me the money that you're going to get paid on this film to just watch another exploding set piece? Yeah. Yeah. You really like explosions? Yeah. It's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever watched any of my movies, but tell me where there's not at least 2 to 3 extraordinary explosions in these films.
That look like fireworks.
They're the kind... I like to make the movies where plot is second. You know what I'm saying? Explosions first, plot second.
Yes.
Listen, I don't really make movies that are award-winning. You with me, Dave? You with me, Dave?
I mean, they make a lot of fucking money, though.
They do. You want to know why?
What's
4
that?
to 5 extraordinary exploding set pieces.
Yeah. What's that? And also,
remember the
movies
opening
do
scene
very
to
well
Bad
in
Boys
China.
2?
Yeah.
When they run up on the KKK?
Yeah.
You know how many explosions were in that scene?
How many?
7, probably, at least.
But also,
that was in the first 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah. Those movies do very, very well in China.
Yeah, because the Chinese love explosions and shit.
There's not a lot to read.
Not a lot to read. Limited
packed
dialogue.
with action. Limited dialogue. Packed with action.
The dialogue is like B-rated comedy.
Easy to translate.
It's easy to translate.
You know, there's no that's the thing about these films, though, is when you're watching a foreign film, watching highbrow foreign films is difficult because you're doing a lot more reading than you are watching, and you really got to sit there and take it in. It's tough.
I took a world cinema class.
Okay.
Back in the day, just because I felt like I wanted to be more cultured. What a shitty idea that was.
Yeah.
Because I watched this movie. I believe it was called 9 Songs, and it was literally this. I believe they were a couple from England who would just follow this band around. And I think the film was literally just 9 songs of the band. And then after every concert they went to, they fucked. And that was the movie. And that's art.
This is art.
Yes. She's like, I love that song. Let's fuck. Like, that's basically the movie. I think it's called 9 Songs.
9 Songs.
Is that it? 9 Songs? 2004 film. Yeah.
Wow. In the whole movie, back in 04.
This is it. Yep. A man reminisces about his steamy affair with an American woman he met at a rock concert in England. I think this is it.
Made by Michael Winterbottom.
Yeah. What a great name for a guy. Winterbottom. I think this is it. And I'm like, why the fuck are we watching this?
Hey, this is awful.
Then there was another movie. Like all the movies that we watch were just kind of out there. So there was that one. Then we watched this movie called My Winnipeg.
Okay.
Which is like a mockumentary about like a guy basically in a traveling train going through Winnipeg. And it's a kind of a good movie. It's just like black and white, and he's just kind of reminiscing about his time in Winnipeg. But like that's it. The only movie that we watched in that class that I was just like, I want to watch this shit over and over. Do you ever see Old Boy, the Korean version?
I never saw the Korean version.
You saw the American version. I saw
the American
Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
Okay, don't watch that.
Okay.
Watch the Korean one.
Okay.
It is so goddamn good.
Okay.
Can't understand. It's in Korean, so obviously it's reading. The reading is worth it.
Okay.
I mean, it is so. It's one of the best. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Okay.
It's that good, and I actually like Korean movies. There's this zombie movie called Train to Busan. I think it's called. I believe it's Korean, or it's like a zombie apocalypse movie on a train, and it's so good.
I want to see, where can I watch the OG Old Boy? Train
to Busan is a South Korean movie about a zombie outbreak.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, the Korean I've been really into like some like I've been into a lot of Korean movies. You know what I haven't? Have you seen Parasite yet?
I've seen the very beginning of it, and I haven't watched it.
All I've heard is it's like one of the greatest movies ever made.
Oh, a lot of these Korean like horror movie thrillers are really good.
Watch Train to Busan. It might be on Netflix.
Okay.
It's like a zombie train movie.
Okay.
It's really good.
Yeah, but I have noticed this though, that a lot of these foreign films, some of them are boring as shit. French films in particular.
They're boring as fuck. Korean movies, really good.
Yeah.
A lot of action, a lot of drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you get some guy getting beat to death with a hammer and shit. It's incredible.
Yeah. You know the best part of I'm assuming that they did the same spoiler alert, boys. The movie's fucking 20 years old at this point. The original I think came out in 2004. So it's 16 years old?
3 somewhere in there.
The scene where they illustrate 2003 was the original. The scene where he kills guys with the hammer, they don't actually show it. Do they not do that in the English version as well?
I can't remember because it came out like a couple years later.
All they show is the illustration of how he kills them.
Uh-huh.
And then it just breaks away, and all you just hear is the murder. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Like you just watch. Basically, it's like the illustration. So it basically shows like bullet points. So it's like holding the hammer and she's like boop 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 boop, and it's like it's gonna hit this guy right in the head, and then other guy like back of the head, the other guy like across the throat, and then it's just like breaks away, and then all you see is like the shadowy breakout of these guys just getting dealt, and it's awesome. Like all
I know is the best foreign films that I remember making it to the U.S. and doing pretty well were mostly kung fu films.
Like Bruce Lee, or because Bruce Lee was California, really. I mean, those were
Yeah, I'm talking like Jackie Chan.
so
like
like
some of his earlier Chinese movies.
I don't remember.
Jet Li, some of his movies.
I love Rumble in the Bronx. That was a good movie.
Rumble in the Bronx was a shit. But also like, what was it? The Drunken Master? Legend of the Drunken Master?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was hard.
I'm trying to think. What's the? There's other. Was it not Kung Fu Hustle? That's the exploitation movie, right?
Yeah, but it was good.
It was good. Yeah.
By the way, I think that's on Netflix. I might watch that tonight.
I have not seen Kung Fu Hustle in a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Kung Fu movies. Let's just see. So there is
Kung Fu Hustle is on Netflix.
Ooh, Fist of Legend. You ever see that movie? It's Jet Li.
Yes.
It's really good. Of course, there's Enter the Dragon. Let's see. Oh man, there's some really good ones on here. Let me see.
Just young Jet Li.
Drunken Master.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see if there's any of those, like some that I've like not seen that I need to put in my repertoire. Let's see. Let's see. 19. Did you ever watch Crouching Tiger?
Yes.
It's a little artsy for me, but
It's an epic, but I
yeah.
loved it.
Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's one. What's The Last Dragon? Why do I feel like I've seen this movie? Oh, because William H. Macy's in it.
Of course.
Anyway, what's the IP Man? Is that what it is? Or
Yo, that shit is
I've
hard.
never seen any of those, and
You
I've
gotta
heard.
watch that. Ong Bak is another one.
Okay. It's like you're gonna have to send me a song.
Hard. But yeah, there's a bunch of these movies though that these guys came out with. Jackie Chan and Police Story.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking incredible. Cause there was like this streak that like Jackie Chan was on, where he would be in China, he'd make an incredible movie, and then he'd come to the US, make a shitty movie, and then he'd go back to China and make an even better movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think the reason why was because he was obviously a much bigger star in China than he was in the US.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably had a lot more creative control over what he was doing when he was in the US. So
Is it bad to think that like the only successful film, I wouldn't say successful, but like the first film that you were just like, oh, Jackie Chan, was like Rush Hour?
No,
not like
that was
well, it was like
his
Rumble in the
big-
Bronx, but like
yeah, but that was like his big that we would remember.
Yeah.
That was like his big movie where like he,
shows like his acting comedy chops.
Yeah. And that was, I mean, he still plays the goofy foreigner.
Yeah.
But it's not as, I guess maybe it is. Maybe I haven't seen it in a while. I was thinking it's not as campy
It is pretty
as some of the
campy.
other
I
ones,
mean,
but
it
it
is,
is.
but-
But it's, they made him likable.
But of course, but then you team him up with like, for the time, you're just like, who's the most buoyant, like opposite black cop that we can point him out with? And it was just like, oh, Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker.
It's like, duh, have you seen Friday? Like that's,
Yeah.
they essentially took Smokey, the character, and just said, hey, do you want to make him a cop?
Clean him up a bit.
Clean him up a bit, make him a cop.
Yep.
And that's it. Lee.
Yeah.
Kata.
You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
The sequence of the film was very good. Like it's honestly like I can't really call it a cult classic because it's a widely popular film.
Oh yeah.
But like that movie, I distinctly remember. I think I went to the theater and saw it, and actually somebody posted it the other day. I think it was on Twitter that like the girl, the abducted Chinese girl, is like a model now.
Yeah.
She thick.
She thick.
Yeah,
I saw that.
I was to say, yeah. And I was like, oh, that's so weird.
Baby, you thicker than a bowl of cold oatmeal.
Yeah, that is porridge. I can't.
You thick.
Ugh. I can't think about it because I don't think it's the little girl getting abducted
Blessed.
from the guy that looks like powder.
Yeah.
The Chinese powder.
I mean, just keep in mind, like, she is an adult now.
I know.
We were kids when this movie came out.
movie came out in, what, 97?
Something like that, yeah.
I guess.
She was like 6. She's like our age.
Yeah, it's not weird. You're right.
Yeah, it's not.
You're
it's not
right.
that
She's like
weird.
30. It's not weird.
Yeah.
It was weird back then. Not weird now.
Not weird now. It's okay now.
I know. Time. I can't. Well, Bart Simpson's still 8, man. Like, what am I supposed to do?
I mean, you mentioned this last episode. It's okay.
Every time I turn on, I get it. It's cartoons. Cartoons are meant, nobody ages.
Unless it's anime.
That is true.
And they do time skips.
Why?
All that.
Because they believe in like actual time.
They believe in progressing the story. That's why. So
How come nobody in Dragon Ball Z got older?
they all did.
Did they?
Yeah, watch it. Everybody got older in DBZ.
I'm not a big enough anime fan.
Okay. So the thing about anime is that it's
We're gonna do this.
not all anime are necessarily directed to kids. We're doing it. We're deep diving.
I didn't mean to do it. Okay.
Okay, well, not all anime is necessarily directed toward kids.
Sorry
So
for doing this, everybody. I'm so sorry.
the show starts.
We don't.
But I'm just giving an explanation.
It's been a great episode. We'll talk.
Okay. No, but what happens though is basically the show starts. They're telling stories that relate to kids, and then time progresses, and the makers of the show basically say, okay, there's certain stories that we can't really tell with a 10-year-old protagonist. So let's age him 5 or 10 years or whatever, and then we'll get into heavier stories because the main character's older. That's all.
Okay.
That's it.
I thought I was going to get. Thank you for the Reader's Digest version.
Yeah, no problem. No
I do
problem.
appreciate that. I got
No
a little,
problem.
got a
No problem.
little nervous about it. Not going to lie.
Okay.
But very helpful and very informative.
You know what? Let's talk about Hungarian anti-gay politicians in bathhouses.
Holy God.
So
my people. Sounds like something we would do.
So this is a news story that I found, and it is a Hungarian politician resigns after a Brussels party was raided by the police. Joseph. Jesus.
Is it Joseph or Yosef?
It's Josef.
Okay.
Josef Sajer. Szajer. The only Sza I know is SZA. She's an excellent R&B singer.
She is.
Anyway, Szajer. That's his name. Szajer.
Szajer.
A top politician with the conservative Fidelis party will leave the European Parliament after attending a gathering in Brussels that violated coronavirus restrictions. Now, keep in mind, he's a conservative. Okay? Brussels, a senior conservative Hungarian politician, abruptly announced his resignation from the European Parliament after police broke up a party he attended in Brussels because it violated coronavirus restrictions. Szajer, a well-known figure in the right-wing Fidelis party led by Prime Minister Viktor Orban, confirmed on Tuesday that he had been at the party last week. He did not comment on Belgian media descriptions of it as an all-male orgy in the heart of the city's gay bar district.
I feel like this story has layers.
Layers.
It's like an onion.
But we're peeling them back one at a time.
That's
So far we have a conservative politician found at an all-male orgy in the city's gay bar district.
it's not weird. It's not weird anymore. Like conservative politicians doing gay stuff, they're usually gay. I mean, it's just
Yeah. Well, especially when they have an outspoken record against gay stuff.
usually if you care too much about something, you are that.
Yeah.
Like
but
I get really, really angry about Taco Bell
you love it.
because I like it.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
But why don't we continue and see what is this man's record on the gays?
I don't like that. I don't think they like that.
Okay. The Office of the Brussels Public Prosecutor said in a statement that the police had intervened Friday after neighbors complained about noise and found 20 people in an apartment. 2 of them invoked diplomatic immunity, he said. So these are foreign diplomats getting down, 20 men piling on top of each other in a sweaty love fest. A passerby reported to the police.
Or as they like to call it, a tomato bisque.
Yes. A passerby reported to the police that he had seen a man fleeing the scene. The prosecutor's statement said the man's hands were bloody. It is possible that he had been injured while fleeing. Narcotics were found in his backpack. The man was unable to produce any identity documents, the prosecutor said. He was escorted to his place of residency, where he identified himself as SJ 1961 by means of diplomatic passport. Prosecutor said that matches Mr. Syzyger's initials and year of birth. Mr. Syzyger denied that he had used drugs that night. Poppers count, Mr. Syzyger. Anyway, Mr. Syzyger enjoys immunity from prosecution under the protections of the European Parliament, the European Union's elected legislative body. The news reported in the Belgian press about the private party in Brussels on Friday. I was president, Mr. Syzyger said in a statement shared by the European People's Party, the coalition of European conservative parties that includes his Fidelses. He also posted the letter on his personal website, which crashed soon after it went up. Mr. Syzyger went on to say that the police had asked him to identify himself, but that he had not had ID on him, and so he declared that he was a member of the European Parliament. I did not use drugs, he said. The official expressed regret for violating the coronavirus rules. I apologize to my family, my colleagues, and my voters, he said. The Belgian government has prohibited all gatherings in Brussels. I love how they're making this about breaking COVID restrictions.
Right.
Let's see. Prohibited all gatherings in Brussels, the seat of the European Parliament, to control the spread of the virus. Mr. Orban's party has cast itself increasingly as a defender of conservative Christian values and has used anti-gay rhetoric at home in Hungary. The government recently submitted legislation restricting marriage to unions between men and women. Mr. Syzyger is a founding member of the governing party and longtime ally to Mr. Orban, the prime minister, who has served as a member of the European Parliament since Hungary entered the European bloc in 2004. On Sunday, 2 days after the party, Mr. Syzyger announced that he would resign from the European Parliament. He cited stress of daily political battles, though he said his resignation was not related to Hungary's dispute with the 25 other EU member states over the next budget coronavirus stimulus. The week before announcing... Okay.
You good?
Yeah, we're good here. All right.
So I almost fell asleep.
Yeah, this is a lot. Anyway, here's the point. You got a big, strong, hairy man.
A real Bohemian Grove.
Big, strong, big Hungarian man. Okay? He decides to take a trip to Belgium. He has needs.
In Belgium.
In Belgium. Belgium waffle needs. Okay? And what's your choices here? You gonna sit in your hotel room all night, flip through channels, or are you gonna go out and enjoy the nightlife? You look at one of your many hidden Facebook groups, and you see that just so happens that there's gonna be a small get together
of 20
diplomatic
men,
of 20 aging and young hairless boys alike converging on a studio apartment in Brussels.
Yeah. It's called the Tomato Bisque.
Oiled up and wanting. What are you going to do? Maybe he was there.
I drop by.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he was there to tell these guys that they're sinners and they're doing a lot of wrong and that they need to cleanse themselves in the eyes of God. Or maybe as a devout Christian man who I'm sure is married and has children, he assumed that the sin would be worse if they sinned with him.
True.
You know, you need a spotter, you know?
Yeah, it's like going to the gym.
Yeah, you're not gonna okay. Autoerotic asphyxiation is dangerous, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Put the noose on your neck, you begin masturbating. It can feel good once you pass out. But
you could die.
And that's why you need a spotter.
Of course.
Okay? These guys need kind of like a holy spotter. you know? Like, you do this with me, and...
Isn't the Holy Spotter supposed to be like Jesus? Like, isn't he the Holy Spotter?
Yeah, but he's not here.
Well...
He hasn't come back yet.
Are you sure? I mean...
Yeah.
He
hasn't come back yet.
You believe in it, right? I mean...
He hasn't come back yet.
He's technically the Holy Spotter, though.
Yeah, but he just hasn't come back. So what you do is you do this.
What do you think he thinks?
Jesus?
Of that situation? Like, do you think he's like, I'm playing cards, whatever?
I feel like Jesus has a sense of humor.
I also feel that way. Because I feel like if the biggest issues of this world were that big of a deal, he would have already came back. Like everyone says he's going to. And he'd be like, chill the fuck out. Like, can you guys, like, this whole... What's up with all the oil? Like, that's a lot of oil, man. Like, that's... I mean...
Wait, baby oil or, like...
Just oil.
Or, like, you know, like...
Both.
The ones in... Or, like, the oil they find in Kuwait.
Both.
Like, the...
Like,
Bohemian
Grove oil and then Middle Eastern oil.
Okay.
A lot. Too much oil.
A lot.
Basically,
he's not a fan of petroleum-based products.
He's not a fan of petroleum-based products. I think you're right. I think he would have already popped. He would have popped his head in through the window and he'd be like, "Hey, you guys, cool? All right, see you in another 5,000 years." Like, I think it's. I really think that's how it is because I'm not. I can't say that I don't believe in a higher power.
Okay.
I feel like there's so many things in this world that happen so out of the blue, like so abruptly that you're just like something has to be going on.
Okay.
Whether it be like a higher power or just like freak coincidence.
Okay.
But I feel like again, like you point that out, like if my guy was like really really distraught about what he's seeing and the resurrection is coming, I think he would have came already and been like, "Yo, there's 20 guys here. This is a small space. Like this is way too many guys."
Let's be honest, bro. This space is too tight for this many people to still be wearing clothes.
Cut it in half. Just cut it in half. I mean, 10 is a good number.
So is
plenty
that,
of fuckery going on there.
So maybe is that like the COVID limit for orgies is like 10?
It's 10. I mean,
10 people, just 10 dicks.
I mean, listen, the COVID guidelines are very blurry. They didn't say what we had to do in our groups of 10.
No, not at all.
They just say gatherings.
Yeah.
No gatherings over 10.
Okay.
They didn't say what kind of gatherings.
Right.
Imagine you're the police officer that has to go to the call where there's an 11th guy that shows up at the gangbang.
So there's the 11th guy.
The 11th guy, and that is officially out of protocol.
You're not following proto, buddy.
He walks in and just to see, and the first thing he does is just takes a head count. Just like, oh, missed guy behind the couch, 11.
But what do you do though as the officer? Because it's 11 people, so you walk in, hey, turn on the music, and then you walk in.
Turn on the music. We had a complaint that there's a lot of loud pornography going on, and I can tell you that this is a actual porno. Okay, cool. Wow,
a lot of mustaches in here.
Yeah.
So
what's that smell? Lavender?
Nice.
Smells nice. Sounds like you guys can...
Let's see. I'm in here now.
Let's see.
How many of you guys are in here? I think there's 10 of us. Let me just take a head count. So he takes a count. There's 11 guys. He's like, listen, you guys are having fun. You seem like nice enough guys. All right. I don't enjoy this part of my job. I don't want to ride in here and start cracking skulls because 11 guys where there should be 10. Yeah, fucking Gary showed up. He said he wasn't coming. And now I got to ride in here, start issuing citations and cracking skulls and all that because of COVID violations. So I'll tell you this. Huddle up amongst yourselves. One of you leave, turn the music down a notch or two, enjoy your evening. I feel like that's the cool cop. Like, that's what he does.
That's not happening.
That's not happening.
No. This guy's rolling in fucking with his freedom baton. And he starts just whacking people in the skull.
Just cracking skulls open. And calls him back up. Clearly has
I think it would depend on the part of the country that it's in. I think if it's like the deep south and this shit's going on, because there is plenty of closeted gays down there.
Oh yeah.
There is a lot of like gay beatings and a lot of and just taking people outside and just like stomping their head into the pavement and just being like, he's resisting, and it's just like,
stop resisting.
Just like, I'm not. It's just like, and
guy gets charged with assault because he bled on the officer's uniform.
Yeah, like it's one of those situations. Yeah. But like if it happens in like say this same shit happens in Vermont.
Okay.
And they're just walking in and it's just like 11 dudes in a cabin. And they're just fucking and using maple syrup as lubricant.
Just 11 dudes in a cabin just butt fucking each other.
Butt fucking each other, just like human centipede style. But it smells like a pancake breakfast because they're using maple syrup.
Like we went up to Tom's house. He trains German shepherds, and we all had sex.
I just imagine that's the Vermont situation, though. The cop rolls in. He goes, "There's an 11th guy here. I can smell it."
I feel like the cop doesn't even get called. In that one of the guys that is there just happens to be a cop. Like if this he's just a small town cop, nice guy, lifelong bachelor. He lives with his buddy Ron, and he has a great mustache.
He has a great mustache, perfect for rides.
Exactly.
So I don't know. I think there's some merit to this, but again, guys that are in power positions in the world doing weird sex stuff with other guys, not weird. It's not. It's if you told me tomorrow that a video is surfaced where Donald Trump is at a gay orgy with Mike Pence holding his ball bag, wouldn't even be weirded out.
Mike Pence flogs himself after that one. 100%.
We talked about this. Like Mike Pence reads the Bible while giving his wife. Doing doggy style on his wife. He lays the Bible on her back.
That's too dirty.
While she flips through Reader's Digest.
It's too dirty. They can't do it like dogs. Are you kidding?
Can't do it. So how does he read his verses while he's in the middle of intercourse?
After intercourse. So what he does is Mike Pence's intercourse ritual. Okay. He first of all, it's penciled into the schedule. Yeah, it's on the calendar.
I also have to imagine that like he definitely uses Brute aftershave.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. Yeah, but this is their wild sex life is penciled into their marital calendar that they keep in the nightstand away from the children.
Of course.
Yeah. So what happens is when it gets to that night...
Well, honey, it's 0900.
Yep. They have to make sure that it is within a week of her last menses. So that way she is clean.
Of course.
Sacred, blessed. She's done with her sinful lady time of the month. Next, they both shower, enter the bed, they put on Fox News, and then they turn off the lights. Okay?
At this time, it's got to be the Ingram angle is on at this point, right?
Yeah. Well, what they do is before they enter the bed...
No, Tucker Carlson is definitely the soft glow in the background.
Yeah, they face away from each other, disrobe, and then slide into... And they have a specific set of sheets for when they have sex.
The sex sheets.
These are the intercourse sheets that they put on the bed. They're made of silk. They slide.
Michael, not before we put the sex sheets down.
Or I just like the idea of
silk sex sheets.
Maybe I can pull out the red sheets tonight, the silk sheets tonight. So anyway, they disrobe,
silk sex sheets,
facing away from each other, and then slide into the bed. Okay, lights are off, nothing but the soft glow of Fox News. Okay, then they turn, they look at each other. Dear, may I commence the coitus?
Maybe we begin the ceremony.
Yes,
it's like the Handmaid's Tale.
Yep. Then they have slow, deliberate missionary sex. Mike Pence is on top. Only whores get on top. That's getting on top is man's work.
Yes.
So they have slow,
just stay there and
deliberate
let me do all the work.
Yep. This is straight up and down. There's no razzle.
There's no
dazzle. Just straight up and down.
Just.
Yep.
It's like having sex with a Q-tip.
Just.
It's not even noises. Just
is that Cucumber Bath and Body Works?
They're having a casual conversation about their day.
Yeah.
How was your day, hun?
The
Good.
Frosted Flakes were on sale.
Wow.
I got 2 boxes for $3.99.
Wow. What a great day you've had, dear.
Yes. And then I thought...
Did you take out the garbage?
I did take out the trash. But then I thought, tomorrow's Wednesday. Would you like a meatball sub for dinner?
Wow.
I got some ground beef in the refrigerator.
That actually sounds divine. Ah! That's it. The meatball sub makes him come.
Mike Pence immediately gets off the room, exits stage left. He immediately dives into the shower and prays while in the shower.
Is he on his knees? He's on his knees in the shower. The bead of
praying.
water hitting him.
Yep. Okay.
He's asking for...
And then his wife goes, she douches 3 times precisely. Father, Son, Holy Ghost.
I just hope she does it in the actual pattern.
Yep. Father, Son, Holy Ghost. She douches. And then she gets in the shower. Then they remove the sex sheets, washing them immediately. You don't sleep in those fucking sheets, okay?
You don't sleep on the sex sheets.
Nope. Then they make the bed. They put on their bedroom attire for a typical night,
Which are just flannel nighties.
Yep. Then they turn off the television. They have some quiet reading time, and they go to bed.
I gotta tell you, that actually doesn't sound that terrible.
Yeah, it's like once a month. Yeah.
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 Besides I would just change the Fox News over to SportsCenter. I think that's it.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just describe your love life?
That just describe that. I mean, that would describe my love life at 50, most likely.
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, honey, it's 9:30. Should we get it over with? That's where we're at.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Should we get it over with? Yeah.
Get over with? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's always like a Friday night. That's when Mrs. Pence is, I don't know what her name is, Beth Pence is feeling the most frisky.
Let's see.
Linda Pence
sounds about right. Don't think that's right, but
Linda Pence. That's when she's feeling the most frisky. Yep.
yeah.
Never during the day. Never in a weird place.
His wife's name is Karen.
Karen Pence. Of course it's Karen.
Oh God.
Yep. So that's when Karen Pence is feeling her horniest.
Let me see.
Okay. What's she look like?
She
Yeah,
looks-
that's Karen
That's
Pence.
Karen Pence. Yeah.
She looks like a Midwestern mom.
Look at the bangs.
Oh God.
Yeah.
When's the last time Mike Pence really tore her off?
Their wedding night.
Left her walking funny.
Their wedding night.
You think he really rocked her world on their wedding night?
Well, they got married in 1985. Mm-hmm. Okay.
But also, was Mike Pence really like a tomcat back in his day?
Let me see if I can find Mike Pence photos from 1985.
I know he's been super Christian for a long time.
Yeah, he's a super right-wing conservative.
Yeah, well, he was raised Catholic and then he converted over to be an evangelical.
Here's a photo of them on their wedding day.
Yeah, he wasn't an ugly guy. He was a good-looking
No.
guy. They're both pretty good-looking
Yeah, they're both
back in their day.
fairly.
All I'm saying is, for them to look like that,
Yeah.
if I saw that couple out, I wouldn't assume missionary with the lights off was their default, you know?
Yeah, back in 1985, but now, one look at them, you're just like, yeah, there is a strong possibility that those pajama bottoms don't even hit the floor. It's just not.
He just slides his dick through the hole.
Oh yeah,
In the pants.
yeah. It's just I mean, we can go on and talk about Mike Pence's sex sheets all night, but we have a couple.
It's getting late.
It's getting late. We have a couple of things. I think in the middle of this podcast, I'll even tell you, I think we both were kind of trudging through it. I felt it. I felt a trudge.
Okay.
We definitely were trudging, but it's just that time of year. It's it's winter.
Yeah, it's okay.
You know, the brain is cold too. It's a muscle that has to be worked out.
Yeah.
I don't know. We haven't really did we miss anything? Did anything happen that?
Anything noteworthy? Nate Robinson got knocked the fuck out.
Yes, he did. I think the internet has done enough to Nate
Yeah,
Robinson. I mean, there's nothing else that we need to talk about.
No.
Just the fact that now, like, Logan Paul is like...
It was Jake Paul.
I'm sorry, Jake Paul.
Yeah.
They're the same person.
Yeah.
They're both, egomaniacal douchebags.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they got a lot of money.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean, honestly, though, I don't even know why Nate Robinson took the fight. Like, if you watch it, he came out in the beginning with crazy fists, charging straight at him.
He didn't even train. Like,
no.
Like, Jake Paul actually trained. He's actually he trained.
Both the Paul brothers are actually training.
They legitimately could probably box actual decent. I wouldn't say decent boxers, but they could fight somebody like in the low rings. Of their weight classes.
I couldn't see one of them like getting in the ring with like Canelo Alvarez.
Oh no, they both be dead.
Yeah, but I could see them. Yeah,
I think for enough money, like I feel like in 2 or 3 years we're gonna see a Paul brother fight like Conor McGregor for a pay-per-view.
Well, after that fight, Jake Paul did call out Conor McGregor.
Calling out Conor McGregor for months.
Yeah, and I don't know if Conor McGregor. Well, okay. Here's the issue with taking that fight. Right, Conor McGregor's not a boxer. However, he was an amateur boxer, and he is a professional fighter. I think at this point, Conor McGregor considers himself retired.
He's coming back and fighting Dustin Poirier.
Yeah. But I feel like you run into a lot of legal issues there when you have an amateur fighting a pro.
I guess how much is what's the price?
Yeah, that's true. And as long as they're willing to sign the waivers, then hey,
of course, I think they're going to.
You made the decision to do it.
The payday they'll end up getting out of that.
Oh, it's going to draw numbers. Yeah. That's big numbers.
People were saying that even just like Tyson and Jones got $1 million apiece.
They did.
For just an exhibition fight.
But then I also read that...
Big old hugging contest.
Jake Paul and Nate Robinson...
Got $600?
Got $600 each. Is that true?
I would say 600,000. I mean...
I like to think it was $600.
For Nate Robinson to get fucking almost decapitated?
Yeah.
I saw Nate Robinson's body, like his soul, leave his body.
Oh, he did. No,
I was like, holy shit.
Doing this for my brothers in the NBA.
Yo. he can't even, I don't even think he can exist anymore in life. Like, there is nowhere he can go in public where people will not go up to him and be like, yo. Like,
I don't understand.
You are alive right now.
I just don't understand, though, him getting in the ring, not training,
but against a guy that like trained, but also who's bigger than him.
Yeah,
like there was a distinct height weight advantage.
Yeah,
and Nate Robinson just took the fight because I think he needed to stay in some sort of spotlight. I don't know. Like, I mean, your ego gets checked at the door, and then your ego gets checked when you hit the canvas. Like,
yeah,
I never seen a guy. I mean, I've seen guys get hit hard, but. I mean, he
got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, there's no more that can be said about it.
No,
he did.
That's it.
But,
so
Yep. Else that Tyson Jones fight was a big letdown. Bunch of hugging.
I mean, it's two guys in their 50s.
What were you expecting?
Shit, it's just two dudes in their 50s. Tyson got one good body shot in.
Should have got the Ariel Spence fight. Spence fought Garcia over the weekend, and apparently it was a pretty good fight.
Okay,
but
yeah, I didn't see it.
Not a lot of people did because
Not
they
a
were
lot of
watching
people-
Jones fucking.
They're watching two over-the-hill prize fighters.
They could still draw, right?
Yeah, hey, man, they made $1 million a piece. It's not a bad payday for a few minutes.
Yeah.
But, yeah, And then I've heard people say, man, like, Tyson should fight Tyson Fury after this. Mike Tyson should fight Tyson Fury. No.
Oh, they moved the fight.
Oh, they did?
No.
Okay. All right, boys, let's put a bow on this.
No, really. Huh. Did they?
Let's put a bow on this. Well,
Oh, they did move the fight, yeah.
okay.
Spence versus Garcia moved December 5th to AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas.
Oh,
Probably realized they weren't getting anybody to buy the fight, and they're just like, we should move this shit. Forgot it was the same night as those two geriatric fucks fighting each other. Oh, God.
yep.
I didn't mean what I said. Sorry. Mike Tyson's going to show up on our doorstep.
It's a scary, man.
Would you call me, motherfucker? Like, nothing iron.
Jesus.
Imagine getting punched by a 50-year-old Mike Tyson, let alone a 25-year-old Mike Tyson.
To be honest, it probably feels the same.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's still going to hurt.
He just can't punch you as many times without getting tired.
It's true.
But that first punch is going to feel the
I read
same.
a lot of stuff that he said he was, like, really high when he was fighting.
Oh, of course he was.
Makes sense. But, all right, bow on this one, boys. Peep the merch. teespring.com/stores/the Wine Boys. Instagram page. We had our first photo shoot. It was great. You're going to love the white tarp background. Kind of looks like a crime scene.
Kinda.
But we appreciate all the love and support. Really, I mean, this is all joking aside. You guys have been great. This year's been tough for everybody, especially for anybody that is in essential work that does, anything for every other, person, even people in the grocery store or anything like that. It's been tough. If you got a little extra scratch, buy a shirt. Support us. We'll keep supporting you, trying to make you laugh, make you feel better. Quarantine is most likely going to happen again. Just get ready. This is going to be a long winter. COVID doesn't wear a sweater. So just be ready.
Be ready. All right, boys.
All right, we'll talk to you later. We love you. Bye.
I love you. Please call me back.
Bye.